live with Mama Coco. Yes, this is Mama Coco Life and Style this evening. Welcome, everyone. I'm just adjusting my headset. Yes. I hope everyone can hear me well. This is live with Mama Coco Life and Style. Emphasis on life and emphasis on style. You see, living is already in the making, but the life you live is important. So emphasis on life and style. My name is Cora Pantin, and without speaking so much this evening, which I always do, and I may have to this evening, I want to introduce on my show today Dana and her son. Her son's name is Jaquan, and we have another guest this evening, and her name is Makena. Makena, I know you by another name, so I have to take my time to get into Makena. So welcome on the show this evening. Dana and her son. Come on, come in the camera. No, he's shy. Hi, Jaquan. And then we have our other guest here, Makena. Hi, Makena. Welcome to Mama Coco Life and Style. So, Jaquan, you are here on a big show this evening. How do you feel?
Good.
You feel good? Well, you're here with your mom, yeah? And this evening, we are going to let Trinidad and Tobago get to know you. And your mom will say who you are later. And Trinidad and Tobago will get to know more of you because you're a young one of Trinidad and Tobago citizen, a cyclist, one of our young upcoming cyclists. And I want to promote the youth in you, promote what your mom's seen in you and what the world will experience of you. Then we have our lovely sister over here. Yes, Makena. Makena, how are you doing?
Welcome. I am doing fantastic.
Style.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
And the people will get to know you. You are born American. Yes?
Yes.
Is North or South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. So welcome to Mama Coco Life and Style. I'm just feeling so proud and happy that I could bring people together because we are all one people. We are Jehovah's children. So whether you are a Trinidadian, Jamaican, African, wherever you're from in this world, you're Chinese, wherever you're from, the Middle East, I am here because I am Mama Coco and I am Mama of all people. So welcome to Mama Coco Life and Style.
Thank you.
So to my audience, I want to say thank you guys for following me all the time. Thank you guys for being here this evening. As I welcome you guys to my show, I ask God to ride in and take control of our show. Father, lead us through your paths of righteousness for your name's sake. For yea, though we walk through the valley of shadow of death, we will fear no evil. Because you are with us. You would guide us, guard us, and keep us in perfect peace. Amen.
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 So Dana and Jaquan, tell us about yourselves. Who are you and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Dana Noel. I am from Palo Seco. That's in deep south, inside Cebu. My son name is Jaquan Noel. He also from Palo Seco. We migrate to Port of Spain. And he attend Perseverance Preparatory. That school is in East Arima. He's camera shy as always.
No, Jaquan, you had to come out this evening, boy.
Good evening,
People
everybody.
all over the world see you, Jaquan. So yes, hello. Thank you, Father. You said, dear God, you said a child shall lead them. So this evening, Jaquan is about to lead us into his direction. And people will understand your shyness because of your age. So we just want to rush you up forward because I understand when you start to ride, you was riding faster than even bigger. You used to ride your bike so fast and all kinds of you're doing brave. So this evening, we welcome you to the show. I ask Almighty God to bring out the youth in you, or a child shall lead us this evening. Everybody on the show young. I am Mama Coco to all of you. So everybody here young. Okay, Jaquan. So good evening. Good night.
Good night.
Say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Yes, my people, welcome Jaquan. People, welcome Jaquan to the show. Yes. So, Dana, continue to answer your question.
Yeah, he going to Perseverance Preparatory. He started cycling at the age of 5.5, and I was in London at the point in time, and his friend asked us for him to ride, and I told him no, I did not want the Jaquan to be cycling because I was scared about riding, because Jaquan said he always want to play basketball, and I said okay. And then after a while, my friend called me. I think it was 3 months after. I think that was in August, and he said, Dana, you know what? I think Jaquan meant for cycling. I said, what? He said, yes, he meant for cycling. I said, no, he said Jaquan riding like a professional, like he knew about cycling long time. So I was like, okay. He said Jaquan need a couple of stuff, and I had brought it. When I came back to Trinidad, he started riding, and that was it. His gold. Jaquan probably have like 62 gold medals, about 3 bronze, 3 silver, and about 4 trophies. 2 silvers, sorry. Well, he could talk.
Well, he could talk. Yes. He will correct you. You go ahead.
Yeah, about 2 silvers and 3 bronze. He actually won, I think, 3 years in Grand Prix. That's in April. They couldn't keep it this year due to the pandemic. And he also won National Champion League for the past 3 years also. It could have been 4, but according to the pandemic, they had to cancel everything. He also was supposed to go to Herman Hill. That's a club in London where they called for him, but we could not go because of the pandemic.
Nice. So round of applause, my people, for Jaquan. He is leading already in his talent. He's talented, he's gifted. And this evening I can say, after listening to his mom, he's blessed. So each and every one tonight, we are being introduced to a young professional cyclist, the youngest I have ever seen. Yes. And is he the youngest in Trinidad right now?
No, to have younger children than him cycling, but in his age, because he riding under 13 in his age group.
Yeah.
Share the life, my brothers and sisters. Share the life. So he's the youngest in his age group. Well, congratulations, Jaquan. We will get back to you and your mom.
Thank you.
Let us get our question now for Makena. Oh, there's another question here. Jaquan, there's a question there for you I didn't see. What do you like the most about cycling?
To win.
Jaquan loves to win. So Jaquan loves to compete. That is what this is saying to us. Go ahead. You say you love to win.
And yeah, that's all.
But that is all you just want to win?
And
How fast can you go? Your,
um,
your mom could tell us that.
this ever goes like 40 kilometers per hour.
Wow. So when you ride Jaquan, that's your speed? That is fast.
And not really, but when I was on the road the other day, that was how fast I was going. But I'm sure I could go faster than that.
Really? Dana, we talking to your son here. He said he can go faster than 40.
Yes, he could. He said he did the 40 kilometers. That was on the road. He was riding on the road. But like if he doing sprints, it is be faster.
Wow. People, are you hearing this? People, are you hearing this? 40K.
Yeah, he's good. Actually, he ride with his coach. His name is Desmond Roberts.
Oh, that's his coach.
He is the head club. He is the head club of PSL.
Oh, what's
That's the
PSL?
club Jaquan in right now. They from
he's in a
St.
club.
Augustine. Yeah.
Oh, it's in. So is there? So is there?
Everyone know Tinil Campbell. She also in Jaquan's club. That's the same club, PSL. She riding for Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, she rides for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
So is there a velodrome?
Yeah,
where
and
he
have
goes
a velodrome in Arima, Saparia, and San Fernando. Cuva, Endo and Cuva.
So he gets to go in so he gets to go there?
Yeah. He rides.
Which one?
Saparia, Cuva, and Arima. Not the one in Sandal because it's have a lot of parties and a lot of glass bottles, so we can't ride there again.
Oh, because the ground not clean. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a bad location for kids, man. Something must be done differently right now for young people like him. You know?
Exactly.
We have to send some messages out now to the Minister of Sports, of Youth and Sports Affairs, yeah? They have to get involved.
Yeah.
This morning I woke up and something came to me like silent voices maintain broken hearts. When we stay silent, we put pressure on our hearts because our hearts are broken, but we can't speak. We feel in pain, but we can't talk. So we have to come to the reality, and parents have to get ready to join groups as women. Forget the PNM Women's Group. We have to form community groups as women, where we go out there and we have to speak up on behalf of our children, speak up on behalf of ourselves, speak up on behalf of the future of the kids that we have and the kids that we may get now as grandchildren. We are staying too silent. I didn't dream that. As I open my eyes and getting ready to say, thank you, Lord, for the night, and to say something that just filled me and rushed me, that women, we are too silent, especially in Trinidad and Tobago. We're not getting what we need. We're not getting what we need. So Ann Noel is saying, blessing Mama Coco. Thank you, Ann.
That's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom?
Yeah.
Hello, my sister. How are you? My God. I didn't know, and that's the first name that I pick up to say something to. Yes, Ann Noel. She's saying hello, Jackie. Hello, Ann. This is Mama Coco. Jessica Jones is saying, blessed night, Mama Coco, management, guests, and everyone on the live. Welcome to the show, everybody. Share the live. Share the live. This is a different life from other lives. Yes, we are going into lives now. Lives of young people, beginners, people who putting themselves out there because they receive a calling from somewhere within their young souls. And I'm so proud to get to meet young people. So Annie's saying, welcome, Jaquan. So Jaquan Elborn, that's your name. That's your full name. Yes, that's your full name. For a while, I thought it was Noel, but you have your own signature, son. Peace. Peace as you move forward. So here we are now. While Wendy Rodriguez Bay, you were saying my family, who is Anthony Camona, are all from Faizabad and Palo Seco. Very friendly and hospitable people.
Good night.
She's saying good night. He said good night to you too. So let us get our question now for Ravi Ramdini saying a great inspiration for others. This young cyclist. Yeah, he's a Trinidadian, young 9 years old, riding already over 40.
11. He's 11.
Oh, he's 11. I wonder why I get the 9. Because I believe I heard of 11 before. Yes, 11-year-old cyclist from Trinidad and Tobago, and he goes out and he does international riding also. He represents Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. Representing as young as he is. So Makena Subria.
Yes, Subira.
Yes. Welcome to Mama Coco Life and Style. Welcome to her guests. She has guests from all over the world. So you are here tonight and you are live and you are speaking as an American. Welcome. Let us get your question tonight.
Sure.
Makena, tell us about yourself. Who are you and where are you from?
I am a New York native, born in the Bronx, and then I
Give us
ended up in Harlem.
some volume, yeah?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you good.
All right. Born in the Bronx, ended up in Harlem, and then I moved to Chicago, got cold, left Chicago, went back to New York, and then I came on down to North Carolina. So that's where I'm at now.
So you couldn't take the cold in Chicago.
I left cold in New York to go to more cold in Chicago. That wasn't smart. So I don't like snow. So I figure if I go south, that'd be better for me, which it is. It is. Still get a little bit of snow, but not a lot, but it's still good.
You could manage that.
I sure can. I definitely can. I need more heat, but that's okay. I'll get there.
You'll get there.
I'll get there.
So Makena, you look very young, and you might be young by your looks, but you are going to tell us who you are and where are you from and stuff like that. You know?
Yes, I am a Jill of all trades because the gentlemen are jacks of all trades. I'm a Jill of all trades.
Oh, so you are a Jill of all trades.
Yes, I was a chef for about 12 years. I left that, then I went into banking. Left that. Then I started trading. Loved that. And I guess you would call me a spiritual advisor, but I'm more of an energy reader. So I read energy. Very spiritual, open to all walks of life, right? Because everything leads back to the same thing, which is love one another, be kind to one another, and everything should be in the form of an upliftment. But you definitely can call me an well, I won't say an activist because I'm not necessarily an activist, but I am pro-black and I am pro-black men, pro-black family, pro-black youth. I think that the dynamic of the black family structure, once we have that in unity, things will be where they need to be for our people. Women need support from men and men need support from women.
Wow. So you say that you are a woman of energy and you
Yes.
are very spiritual. Do you belong to a church?
I don't belong to a church per se, but I do respect all aspects of religion. I do respect those who identify themselves as Christians. I do believe in a higher power. I just don't necessarily put a name to it. So I don't necessarily call it God or Jesus per se. But whatever your walk of life is your walk of life, and that's what you need to get you where you need to be. So long as you follow in the footsteps of the teacher that you follow, it's all fine with me because it all comes from a place of love.
Ah. So although you don't identify your spiritualism with a name, you still follow a teacher.
Yes,
And you follow the teacher because the teacher is inspirational in whatever you energize or whatever you believe or whatever
correct.
or how you use your focus.
Indeed,
That's it?
indeed.
Indeed. Well, tonight, my people, I really didn't even know the depth of this conversation, truly. I spoke to her once and then I called her this evening to make sure she's ready for the show. And all she's telling me, Mama Coco, everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. Even when I ask you, when I'm telling you how I think the election is doing something to me, you told me what? But you told me, don't worry,
Right,
everything will be all right.
correct.
So, so this evening, to all my audience and even to my other guests and her son, we have someone who speaks with an authority. She uses the energy around her and the spiritualism, and she used spiritualism in her life. And she's saying to us, everything is going to be all right. So, Makena, why is it
Hmm.
important to describe yourself as pro Black? How do you respond to those who say that pro Black is a very biased approach?
I identify with saying that I'm pro-black because I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of, and essentially we can define black as a color if we choose to, but right now it is a culture. And when we want to identify to a culture, right, that we say that we are a part of, pro-black and being black in America is not the easiest thing. It is not something that is, what would you say, highly looked upon. Don't get me wrong. Just because I'm pro-black doesn't mean that I don't respect everyone, but it's my people that I want to win too. Your people win. I want to see my people win. I want to see my children have a fair advantage, right? And it's more so letting my people know that I stand with us, right? Um, and when some people say it's a biased approach, I mean, you could say that if you'd like to, but really, am I being biased? Because who else is pro-black? In America, my people are killed. Black women, black children, black men at the hands of police officers, at the hands of their brothers, at the hands of their sisters. So when I say that I'm pro-black, I need my people to understand that I am there for them. Being black in America is different than being somewhere else, right? So I love my people from Trinidad and Tobago, people from Jamaica. Y'all have a place to identify to. You have somewhere to say where your roots come from. Blacks in America, we don't know where we come from. We don't know where we were picked from. We lost our language. We lost our culture. We lost our self identification. So because we don't have that, we identify with the terms African American or Black because we truly don't know where we are because we came from so many different regions, but we were stripped of our culture, we were stripped of our names, we were stripped of our languages. So we are children of the lost because we really don't know where we belong. So we're trying to find our way. So as though my people say I might be African, well, you might be Native American. In America, you don't know because so much happened in America. The history of America is not a beautiful story, especially for those of color. It's a story of pain, but I need my people to understand that we can rise from that pain and become something more and do something greater and be a part of and have our own nation, right? And have our own people and have our own culture and have our own language, but be proud of who we are. Because even though we may not necessarily know where we came from, we still can be proud of where we're going.
That's powerful. Here I am to interject because you said that you love Trinidad and Tobago, you love Jamaica, you love Barbados. We are the same kind of people, just like you all are. We lost everything. We were given a place to stay now, but
Mm-hmm.
we're not from there either. And
Right,
we as a people, they didn't leave us or give us a chance to
right.
attain our language or to keep our language, keep our culture, find out which tribe we belong to, if
Mm-hmm.
our nose, yes, to retain, yes, to retain our originality by knowing
Right,
who we are, where we came from, what tribe we belong to, what part of
correct.
the forest we came from. Did we come from the Congo? Did we come from Nigeria? Did we come from Ghana? Did we come from wherever? So
Right.
we are just like Americans here.
Mm-hmm. I will say that
We
there
are,
is a difference though, because, and I will say this, I have to give much respect because I watched growing up, a lot of my friends were from Montserrat, Trinidad. I got to grow up with a lot of my West Indian friends, which was family to me. Growing up in New York in the Bronx, I had a lot of West Indians, so I got all to be around Guyanese, Jamaican, around all different types of backgrounds. But what I can say, when you guys decided to come to America, you guys decided to take advantage of what was here. You guys decided to say that even though I may not be from here and they may do things differently here, I'm still gonna do what I need to do. And when y'all get here, y'all do what y'all gotta do. It doesn't matter whether you gotta go to school, whatever it is that you have to do, you will do it. For Black Americans, sometimes I feel like we don't have that drive. Um, we blame things a lot on others to say that's the reason why we can't move on or we can't move up, right? We like to say that we've been oppressed for so long, but the beauty of it all is I love to see my Caribbean people when they do come to America thrive because it's like if they can do it, well, why can't we? Why are we sitting here acting like we can when we can't when we can? Because look, they're coming in and doing it as well. And they look just like us. They just may have an accent, but they look just like us. So why is it that we say we can't get this done? You know what I mean? So when two I give my Caribbean people more of a family feel. You know, you guys are very warm and welcoming once you know you allow people in. Here it's very um competitive. I might be better than you and I'm not really your friend or I'm not really about this culture being connected. It's about me. It's not about you. It's not for the better of you. It's all about me. Like you see how you with the young brother, bigging him up. Everyone in Trinidad is sending him blessings, sending him love. Black Americans, we tend to learn to hate each other, right? We tend to learn to look at each other with a jealous eye, not look at each other with love. And that's something I would hope that we can work to change is to bring back that close knitness we once had because we did have that here. It just fell apart. It changed. There's different things that happen to cause that change, but we don't look out for each other anymore, right? We're just competing with each other rather than looking out for each other.
okay. So Makena, you have some very strong points and very strong views. I admire them all. And so what would you say to others who argue that you might be selling Black Americans short. Are you?
I can't say that I'm selling Black Americans short. When we look at Black America as a whole in the United States, Black America is not where it needs to be. Let's just be honest. We have to be truthful. Black Americans spend $1 trillion, $1 trillion a year. But does that money circulate within our communities? Because the reason why I say that is when you look at the structure of America and you look at the different cultures in America, the Jewish dollar circulates the community 18 times before it leaves its community. The Hispanic community, between 8 and 10 times it circulates in their community before it exits their community. The Arabic, even more. But with the Black community, we don't spend with other Black businesses like we should. There aren't, yes, there are Black businesses scattered. We do have them. But if you go into your local neighborhood, who's running your gas station? Let's think about it. In most Black neighborhoods, there is not a Black owner in their gas station. If you go into Walmart, who owns Walmart? You see what I'm saying? When we think about Black business in America and what we could be doing with Black business in America, we are more focused on how we look, what we wear, versus what we have. We could have so much more assets. We could have so much more land. We could have so much more business if we work together. So it's not that I'm selling a short. I'm just taking a realistic approach as to what our issues are as Black Americans. There are solutions to that. There are things that we can do to build our communities. But if we think about it, yes, we're being killed by police officers, definitely. But we're also being killed by each other as well. So, there is a lot that goes on in America that, if not in America, you may not see. But we definitely can do more to build our communities and to really build for ourselves.
So, Makena, I want to add something to this question.
Sure.
Now that you are sitting there on this live tonight, and there is a young mother with her son. He's 11 years of age, and he already is in the international status of moving forward as a cyclist. What's the energy around the two people? What can you say to them?
Continue to thrive, continue to love. His mother's love is unfounded for him. She has a lot of love for her son. And the belief that she has in her son is a beautiful thing because as a young Black man, that's what he's going to need. As he gets older, as he gets more into becoming internationally known, he will face some type of criticism just because the color of his skin. We have to be honest and have that conversation. But so long as she supports him, which she does, and she will, and she continues to love and thrive in him, he will become a great man. He's a great young man and he will become a greater man himself. And I really can't wait to see what he does. But I will say this, young man, no matter what anyone says to you, when they tell you you can't, always remember that you can. Never let anybody get into your mind to where the point it stops you from doing what you are meant to do. You have the capabilities built in you. You are great. You are smart, and it will only get better. I just ask that you continue to love your mother as she loves you. Because that mother and son love, that's strong. You both need that to continue going on this journey together. You two will be and are already the best of friends, but you will become more in tune with each other and embrace that. And don't let anybody come in between that, okay? That's a strong bond and that will keep him going. But mom, that will keep you going too.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh, yes, Dana and Jaquan. How can we, the audience and the country of Trinidad and Tobago, support your cycling aspirations?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
This is a question here for you and your son. Dana and Jaquan, how can we, the audience and the country of Trinidad and Tobago, support your cycling aspirations?
Well, actually, you could support by being there. There are people who support him by donating stuff. It have people who support him like by calling to make sure he go to training, to make sure he have everything. Like prior to his coach, Mr. Desmond Roberts, last 2 weeks he bought a cycling shoes for Jaquan. Prior to that, 2 months ago, I bought a trek bike for Jaquan, cost over $6,000. Also,
What you bought?
a cycling bike, a road bike.
Oh, a road bike. Oh.
And prior to that, we was supposed to keep a curricue for Jaquan, but due to the pandemic, we was not able to keep the curricue. And that's basically it. But Jaquan has supporters. He have people just be following him, calling him. He's good. He's good. Just one thing, they need to shine children more in Trinidad and Tobago where sports is concerned.
Yes.
They don't do that at all. They wait until probably when the children them reach outside, then they say they represent in Trinidad and Tobago, which I think it doesn't make any sense because 2000 and I think it was 2018 we had an interview with CNC3 and that's the same said thing I said to them. They need to shine kids more instead of waiting until they're adults.
So can we follow him online? Do you have any information where you set up a page for him or you think he's too young?
Not yet.
Well, actually, I was going to set up a page for him. I have all the footage, the videos, every single thing about him. I just didn't follow up on it as yet. I didn't make like a page for Jaquan. One of my friends in England and all had told me that same thing, to do a page for him by himself now. So I probably think I'll take that into consideration and do it.
Oh, you should. And what about your mom?
She's good. She actually lives in London. She's
so
alright.
And she support her grandson too, yeah?
Full. I think more than full 100, probably 100 plus.
Yes. Yes, Anne. Yes, Anne. Very good job. Yes. So we are onto a very good road with this young man. So you have to start something. You have to get the page ready, and you have to monitor it yourself. Don't give him the opportunity to be doing it himself. He's a kid, and people on the line people who want to support can be very dangerous and very evil. I don't want to scare him. I just want to scare him straight, because when we're young and we're popular, we just believe that a certain time they don't want to take instructions anymore. And he is a kid and he's supposed to be focusing on school and cycling. What other sport is he interested in?
What other sport?
Football.
We're not hearing him too well, or at least me.
But not so much.
You
tell us, Mama.
Internet's not hearing you properly either.
Yeah. Or football, soccer. Yes. I know he has speed there too, right? He just dribble and run fast during his football games.
He could run. He does well. Actually, sometimes I have him training. He does run.
What end does he play with the football?
You hear me?
No, I didn't hear anything you said there before.
No, he don't play football to say. He don't really play football. The most sport Jaquan end is cycling. Jaquan sleep, eat, read, cycling, or schoolwork.
Okay.
He doesn't really play football.
So he does track and field at any time?
No, just training. That is like with cycling, he run, like warm up and stuff to start a ride.
Okay.
Like track and field. He don't do that.
But he's just a cyclist.
Jaquan, what is your favorite chocolate?
Because I know a lot of cyclists, they do triathlon, you know. So some of them
Yeah, actually,
they
I wanted him to start to do that. That's with both like swimming and riding.
At the
yes,
same time. And
yes.
running.
And running as he's saying there right now, he knows the drill.
Jaquan, what's your favorite chocolate?
Jaquan, I wish you
That's
much
interesting.
success. And I am so happy to be a part of this conversation with you guys and support you in any way that
Thank
we can. And as for you and your mom herself was in sports.
Yeah,
What you used to do as a young woman?
I used to run relay and well track and field. After that, I also used to play cricket. After playing cricket, that was it. I never stick to one.
And you said you were also a beautician, yeah? You wanted to go to, or you went to beauty school.
Sorry.
You said to me that
Yeah, I
you
did
drop out of
cosmetology
school and you went to beauty school.
to yeah, I did yeah, cosmetology. I went that like for a year, and after that I opened up my business probably for a year, and then I drop out. Well, not drop out. I had left that, and I started to do cooking, culinary arts. And
So you have a
after that,
business, you said. You said you
well,
have a
I've
business,
been in that catering.
catering. So you cater for functions or you just do business like in a business place,
Cater for
a shop, a bar.
cater for people like for I cater for like baby showers, birthday parties, functions, and stuff like that. And certain companies, if they having like a function or if they having like a get together, I cater for that also.
So so you do that business full time. Yes, I know. Yes.
Yep.
You do that business full time. So you run it from a business place, the structure, you have a business
Yes,
place.
I have a business. Yeah, business place. I
So
also
what
have
kind
a
of
catering service and I have a bar.
oh you have a bar. You have a
Sorry?
bar in Trinidad. You have a bar.
Yeah.
So you dispense
Well,
like
I rent it,
alcohol?
yeah. But it's
Yes.
my, yep.
Well, that is very noble of you. We have a question here now. So a round of applause, my dear. I have to applaud you. We have to applaud yes, we have to send out some love for you and send out some
Thanks.
energy for you and your business because you have to be a brave woman. I would not open up a business in Trinidad right now according to what is happening there, but I, I give you love. I give you love, as I told you before, and you are doing good. Yes, you are doing good,
Mm-hmm.
and you are doing good with your business and the time that you open and things are going good. I I heard a lot of
Yeah.
business was yes, I love it. I love it. So a round of applause to you tonight and may God continue to strengthen you as a mom, strengthen you as a woman, strengthen you
Yeah.
in all the ways that you need some strength as you move
Mm.
forward with a plan and with your dream. May
Thanks.
everything work together for good. So, Makena, do you think that a person who is not black can describe themselves as being pro-black?
I mean,
You're muted.
anybody can describe themselves as anything. Am I? Can you
Yes,
hear
I'm
me
hearing you
now?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Anybody who is not pro-black, I mean, you could call yourself whatever you want to. To be honest with you, I can't tell you not to call yourself pro-black, but when we say pro-black, right, it is understanding that I, as a black person, right, I understand that there are struggles that we have to climb. There are mountains and hurdles that we have to get over. And if you identify yourself as pro-black, then you have to understand and to be able to identify with that struggle as well. I can't say that people don't understand, but what I can say is being black is not a fad. Being black is not something that you can just wake up and be. Um, because as a person who identifies themselves as a black person, I don't get that privilege when I walk into certain places. I get stares. I get looks. I get whispers. I get hushed tones. I even get called out of my name, and I'm of the lighter spectrum, so you can imagine those darker than me what they go through. So we have to also understand privilege when it comes to being pro-black, because pro-black is understanding that everyone else has privilege but us. Let's be fairly clear here. Everybody has privilege, down to what they consider in America as white trash, which are those they consider in trailer parks and hillbillies and don't like to wear clothes and all this other stuff. But we are considered the lowest, the bottom of the bottom, right? So when we understand that, those who want to identify themselves as pro-black, you have to understand the plight that we go through. It's not just a thing to say, oh, well, I'm pro-black. No, you really have to understand our history, our struggles, our mindset, our psychology, our socioeconomic situation. Because if you look at black neighborhoods compared to other neighborhoods, look at our neighborhoods, look at our buildings, look at what they give us compared to what they give everybody else, right? So even though you may not be Caucasian or European, you're still given a more of a piece of the pie than us. We're barely given the scraps just because of the color of our skin. So when you understand that, and if you choose to align with that, right? And you are for that truly and genuinely, then you call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. But again, remember, being black is not something that we woke up and we asked to be. We just are. And it's not our fault that everybody wants to pin us as the bad guys because of the color of our skin. It's not our fault. We didn't ask for this. It's not something we came out and said, oh, call me out my name today, or disrespect me because of my color, or beat me to death because I'm this color. We didn't ask for that. That's not something we asked for. That's something that was given to us. And around the globe, all my beautiful melanated people around the globe have all been through something, whether it's Africa, whether it's the West Indies. We're all still trying to get to where we need to be. So when you can see that on a global scale and understand what we have going, then hey, I'm all for it.
Some of what you speak, I guess, in the Caribbean, some people in the Caribbean, they're faced with some of the same things you are talking about. But Makena, can you propose some actionable steps that we, the members of the audience, can take for advancing pro-Black equality and equity?
Well, that all starts with self. Before you can change anything outside of you, you would have to change you. So by you advancing yourself, if you consider yourself pro-black or that person of a melanated color hue, if you so will, actionable steps would be, what are you doing? Healing yourself. A lot of us have issues with the color that we are because we're told to hate our skin. We have to be comfortable with the beauty of our skin and be comfortable with who God made us to be, right? The Most High, as I refer to God, gave us all this uniqueness for a reason, for a purpose. And once we embrace that within ourselves, that we are comfortable with who we are, when we look in the mirror and we love what we are given, we love the big lips, we love the big nose, we love that, whether we are highly or not as highly melanated, we love that and we embrace that and we be proud of that. Um, the more proud we are of who we are, then that shows on the outside, right? Because when you're proud of yourself, what happens? You take care of yourself, right? You start looking good, and that shows on the outside. Um, Steps beyond that would definitely be, we have to take more of that mindful approach of, that's my brother, that's my sister, not that's my competition, but you know what, let me help, let me not compete, let me show, let me guide. I may know something that you may not know. Let's come together as a collective and build. But we also have to understand it's ego that takes a part of that, right? Because sometimes when we think we know something, some of us think because we know a little bit of information, we know everything and we can tell everybody what to do. We don't need to take that type of approach. We need to take more of a, I'm listening with an intent to understand, a listening with an intent to grow, to help further us, and come from a place of true love. Love is not a feeling. I know sometimes we think, oh, I'm in love, it's a feeling. No, it's the lifestyle. You walk in love because if you think about it, God is love, right? That is what God comes from. That is what God has given us. Ultimate love. Ultimate love to create you to be the human being that you are, to live the life that you're living, but you're still given mercy, grace, and salvation. That is all a form of love. Um, so when you extend that love and you have that type of love, I understand we may say, you know, I want to be like Jesus, but we really need to be like Jesus. If that's what we're gonna say, you say you want to be like Buddha, then walk in the steps of Buddha. We can't just worship, but we have to follow in the steps and principles that was laid out to us, that was given to us. So when we follow those principles, we then in turn become better people. Therefore, we can help each other even more because it's coming from a place of love. We're able to give from a place of love. Therefore, it can be received from a place of love.
So we are listening to such a message tonight. I just want to ask, before we ask Jaquan this question, I just want to ask his mom. Do you teach your son to pray or to believe in a higher power, even
Yes,
though he's 11?
he pray almost every night before he go to bed.
Jaquan, can you share a little piece of your prayer
Yeah.
that you ask God for?
Receive, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. Thy will be done on earth as this is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And is the prayer. Amen.
Hallelujah tonight. We have listened to an 11-year-old, because I know a lot of young people older than Jaquan cannot recite or repeat the Lord's Prayer. And tonight I want to say thank you. Thank you, Mama, for growing him up and teaching him how to pray. So that is how we were given the authority to pray. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. This is awesome. And I only ask it because of the message that we are receiving from Makena tonight. Jaquan, do you have any advice for other boys and girls who might want to get involved in cycling after seeing you here on live with Mama Coco tonight? You have any advice for them? Or your mama could answer for you? Yes? Okay, Mama, say something for your son.
Advise them to tell them to pray.
To pray and be better in life.